Welcome, welcome back again, everyone. And like I say, this is near and dear to me. This is Kidney Awareness Month. They've been talking about it all on the news, and I decided to go ahead and put my 2 cents in because I there's no better way to tell someone than someone who's been through it, which I have, and I'm still going on it. It's truly a journey that really does not focus on the destination. And there's the diabetes and kidney health connection. I mean, they pretty much almost go hand in hand. And you have to understand the link between diabetes and kidney health, and it's crucial. Diabetes can significantly affect the kidney function, and making blood sugar management essential for preventing chronic kidney disease. And we're going to explore some simple but yet effective strategies for keeping your blood sugar levels in check. Now, first, before we continue to go on, and I can tell you, this is truly a journey that I've been on. I am 7 years in. It's truly been a journey, and also it has helped me to keep learning. I'm still learning about it, and what's coming down the pipeline as far as technology, as far as with the kidneys, because you can't. I mean, you could look normal, but there's things that you have to do. There's things that you have to do to maintain the kidney's health, and maintain your glucose levels. If you are not, if you're not a transplant person and you have diabetes, let me tell you, it is real. It is real. Now, I didn't have, as for me, myself, I did not have diabetes going into this. It was something that was, I don't know what's going on. I had a procedure when I was 13, was presumed to be fine, did well enough to pass the physical and everything to go into the military. And the one thing to do look back on is that no one educated me enough as a young person to stay away from NSAIDs. Because when you became an adult and you started hearing the stuff about Tylenol, and you started ibuprofen, which ibuprofen, it worked quicker and it was direct. Well, no one made me aware that I needed to show some precaution when it came to those things. But being said, if you are not aware of that, be careful about, and then talk to your provider and talk to them about, because if you might get a headache, or you might get a bruise, or you might fall down and you say, oh, I'm going to take ibuprofen, because that's like the first thing come to your mind is to do something that's going to get rid of the pain. But I caution you, and if you don't understand it, go read about it, talk to your provider, and let them explain to you sometimes it could be the dangers of that, especially if you have complications with your kidneys. So now that we got that out of the way, and sometimes you say, recognizing the signs of kidney health issues. And let me tell you, early detection of kidney health issues can make a significant difference. And we'll cover some key signs that indicate potential kidney problems, and the importance of timely medical consultation, because that's going to be important. And emphasizing that being proactive, oh man, it can lead to a better health outcomes. And you just want to be very mindful, because some of the indications can be, urine being sudsy, you just not feeling yourself, and you might have some unknown swelling, and there's a list of what the signs are, and you can look at it online. WebMD can show you some of that stuff, but talking to your provider can make a lot more sense also, and they'll let you know what to be aware of and what to expect. Because once you get there, and people will look at me and say, oh, you don't like you had a kidney transplant. I'm one of the very few out there who has, took the action steps to with nutrition and exercise. And both of those things, especially exercising, it burns glucose. You want to keep as much glucose out of your bloodstream as possible. So, in my other thing, and this is to the post-kidney transplant patients, managing anti-rejection medications. You know, the transplant life, it involves taking anti-rejection medications such as prednisone, mycophenolate, and tacrolimus. I finally got that word right. I was saying tamarculus, but it's tacrolimus. And it's vital to understand their effects, especially how prednisone can raise your glucose levels, requiring diligent monitoring. And these medications have specific intake requirements. Like, for instance, with prednisone, it has to be taken with food. Everything you read, it will tell you that. While the mycophenolate and the tacrolimus, it should be taken on an empty stomach. And being aware of and managing side effects is so crucial for your well-being and ensuring effective communication with your transplant team. It makes all the difference. Now, let me just say this right here, because when it comes to the medication, for 5 years, and I know they try to make it easy because a lot of times things are built on average people. And what was said to me is just take them all together. And what I found out from doing RENA, I started having stomach distress. And I said, I confess, I read about the ingredients and everything in each one of the medications. Wow, prednisone said in big, bold black writing, must be taken with food and before 9 a.m. And someone said, why? Usually if you take it later in the day, it's probably going to be hard for you to get to sleep. You can kind of suffer from a little insomnia. So I take what I've done in my research. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not here giving you medical advice. But what I am going to tell you found worked for me, because I started having stomach distress. And if you read about it, like I say, you got to educate yourself. I started having hiccups. And the stomach distress made me feel like, if I ate something, I felt full quicker. The food just wasn't settling, or it wasn't breaking down early enough. So I did some more research. And when I found out, as far as with the tacrolimus and the mycophenolate, I make sure I take that on the empty stomach. And then my studying and my research, like 30 minutes later, take the prednisone with food. Now you're going to read on the instructions on the bottle. It's going to tell you take on an empty stomach, and then you can eat an hour later. Well, that's a long time to wait to take your prednisone. So I'm only telling you my experience and what I found out and what affected me. That was one of the side effects: getting hiccups, feeling like you had acid reflux. That was terrible. And I was determined not to be that way. And that's what I did. And I have been doing very well since. And I did, and as I also tell you, discuss this with your kidney team, your transplant team. Because if you don't discuss it with them, they're not going to know. So you can't put the blame on them, because they don't know, because everybody's different. And I'm telling you all this right here, especially my diabetics out there. You do not want to go through this. And if you can help it, do what you're supposed to do. Take care of yourself. And for all those others out there who thinking, there's so many people walking around with their hypoglycemic, pre-diabetic, don't even know it. They didn't even think about it. And they don't even want to go to the doctor, because I don't want somebody to tell me, and I don't want to stick myself, and I don't want to do any of that. Well, let me tell you something. You would rather do what it takes to extend some of your quality of life than to have a life of always not feeling well. You do not want that. I see it all the time. And as I always say, if you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, you must do what is required to put you in line to do that. And I need you all to work with me on that. And stay tuned to more things. Stay in tune to your body. How do you feel? You ate this food. How did you feel 20 minutes later? Did you feel sluggish? And what I also found out about my transplant medication, it has an ingredient in it, magnesium stearate. Because I kept wondering if I went out to lunch with my workout partner and best friend, I'd be like feeling like I was ready to go to sleep. And I started, doing some reading, and I found out I have that because magnesium, that particular type of magnesium stearate, it relaxes you. Now, I will tell you, if you see it, it's supposed to keep medication from caking up. But one of the effects of it will you'll feel a little, I call it feeling a little low, like you feel a little tired, like you could just kind of lay back and nod off, and that's what you need. But it lasts for me, about 20 minutes. But sometimes that 20 minutes seems so long. And then you're fine after that. I'm here to just educate you a little about what I've been through, what I've gone through, and telling you, exercising and, monitoring my nutrition. It's the best thing I could have done. I'm very thankful for having the background of a bodybuilder, personal trainer, nutritional consultant, because it really helped. And the other thing about it, lifestyle adjustments for kidney and diabetic health. Whew, life won't be the same, but it does not have to be worse. So making lifestyle adjustments is the key to maintaining kidney health and managing diabetes. Dietary changes, including adopting a kidney-friendly recipes, like from the resources like the Mariontrainer Healthy Family Recipe ebook. There's some healthy, friendly, glucose-friendly recipes in there. And by incorporating the transplant-safe and physical activities, it can have a profound impact on your health. Now, I know when we were talking about it, and this other one is really important also, the importance of mental health. The journey through kidney transplant and diabetes management, and I'm going to use that term management, it can be challenging. And not just physically, but emotionally. And it's essential to prioritize your mental health and seek support when needed. Professional counseling, you can join like communities, like even with the product we have on here, Pink Lotus, you can go to their website through Mariontrainer.com, so you can get the support and understanding needed to navigate the challenges of, being a kidney transplant person and diabetes management. I've been at this, and I'm very blessed and thankful. I'm on my 7th year. February 9th, made 7 years, and I'm very happy. But I'm competitive with myself, so I'm going to do everything I can not to let myself down. I suggest you do the same. And if it's a struggle for you, ask for help. You have not because you ask not. It does not have to be as much of a struggle as some make it out to be, but you have to have knowledge. You have to provide yourself with the knowledge, read about the knowledge so you can know what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, this is a journey. And today's episode is a reminder through a journey. It's like you're gonna need to have that mindset that I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna make myself better. And you have to tell yourself, if you need, if you need help, ask for it. In this journey, it can be complex, especially when balancing the anti-rejection medications and the diabetes management. There's a path forward to a healthier and fulfilling life. You have to empower yourself with knowledge and communicate openly with your healthcare providers. That helps a lot. And remember, you're not alone. For more resources and support, head over to Mariontrainer.com. And I'm going to say this right here. Here's to your health and a brighter future ahead. The knowledge begins with you. Just like I talk about onboard101.com/Mariontrainer. You must educate to participate. That course did so much for me. And I've been in this business for almost 3 decades. But it did so much to me because I'm constantly learning and I have it at my disposal. I go back to it. Sometimes I retest just to keep my knowledge up because I do not want to talk about what I don't know. And I always tell everybody, I talk about what I know and I learn what I don't know. This is truly a journey for better health, better mindset, and educating. Now, when I'm telling you about educating yourself, and for a moment in time, everybody's so focused on quick results. This is really a journey. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Your health is a marathon. Treat it as such. The biggest thing I see is most people are not educated about food. They don't read labels. They don't even go seek help until they get sick. And I've always said this right here. The worst thing about being sick and feeling like you're dying, you're just not dying. You got to live with it. And why would you want to have that type of quality of life? Don't you want to have that spring in your step? Get out there and do what you have to do. Take your medication, but be wise about it. Talk to your care provider. Know what symptoms and know what it is that affects you. If you take it and you feel like you're getting headaches afterward, that's not normal. Talk to your provider. I really emphasize that because I have a great relationship with my providers. I ask questions and if I have to write them down, I put them in my notes and I ask when I get to my appointments. And if I need something to know before my appointment, I will call. That's what they have a nurse on staff to be able to talk to you so she can relay the message to the provider. I'm really emphasizing this because sometimes people want to take their medication, they want to just take it and run, and they don't want to learn anything about it. You must learn to earn. And you want to earn that right to have a great quality of life. You owe yourself that. And at the end of the day, I put this out there and I say it with humility, and I say it with strength and force and intention. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? I am Mariontrainer. I am here not just for the fun of it. I like to feel like I'm giving back. And with your help of supporting me, I'm very thankful. And if it gets to the point where I'm not giving you good nuggets, some good wisdom, then put it in the comments. It is time for us as a people to take care of ourselves and not rely on others to do it for us. Ask for help, but you're asking for help so you can empower yourself. Now I'm gonna get off my soapbox. You guys, I want you to have a great rest of the weekend. Take care of yourselves, but most of all, take care of each other. I am Mariontrainer. I'll see you all at the top. Take care.